Good evening, everybody. It's Minifan or Susie from Mickey Sightings. I am flying solo tonight. So let me turn my volume down here and we will kind of get started. Sean is at church. He has a live stream, the CEO, CFO of the Pastors Convention, the Florida Baptist Convention, has asked for everyone to be on a special live stream tonight, praying for our state and our nation with the corona or the thing that we can't mention going on. So he is down there doing that, and Rebecca is chillaxing. So it's just me. I am going to attempt this by myself, which is kind of nerve wracking, but it'll be fun. I thought tonight we would just do some Disney news, Disney views, a little bit of trivia, and just some fun stuff. So, welcome in. Thanks for joining. I'm looking down at my phone because I'm usually the one following chat, and now I am doing it all. I tell you what, I don't know how some of y'all that do this can do all this all together. And I'm sure that there's a way to get chat up on my screen with StreamYards, but I don't know how to do that. So there's a button. Let me see if this is it. Maybe. Everyone. Nope, I don't think that was it. Oh, comments. There we go. Hi, everyone. So I'm glad to have everybody here tonight. Hey, Mickey Sightings. Good to see you. Of course, it says Mickey Sightings, but that's also Sean. He must be streaming in until they're started. Oh, Addison is here. Hey, Addie. I know that you and Rebecca have been chit-chatting all afternoon, so I'm glad you joined. So, what has everybody been doing since they've been home? We've been putting together Disney puzzles. We have some Thomas Kincaid puzzles that we've been putting together, and I meant to get a picture of them, but I forgot. We finished up The Lion King, and the animals were really pretty easy because there was a lot of identifying factors on the puzzle pieces. But man, when you got to the clouds, that took me and Sean quite a while to do. And let's see. And then we've also done Tiana, Princess and the Frog, and that was fun. In fact, Rebecca actually put most of the steamboat together and had a good time doing that. And now we are working on the Jungle Book, and that has been quite difficult, but it's been fun too. Oh, Addison, you've been taking care of kittens. I think Rebecca said something about your cat having had 6 kittens, is it? Little bitty kittens are so much fun. Oh, excuse me just a minute. I will be right back. I'm going to close the door so that I can't hear what's going on out in the house. There we go. Back again. Hey, Michael Riley. Sean is down at church. There's a simulcast, a video conference with the president of the Florida Baptist Association and or the convention, the Florida Baptist Convention, Dr. Tommy Green. They're doing a simulcast for prayer for Florida and the nation with everything that's going on right now. So you're stuck with me. Hey, Amanda. Ready, Set, Autism. I hope y'all are doing really well. Oh, yes, please. The like button, which With me solo, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. But hey, the more friends I have in here, the easier it gets. So, yep, smash the like button and share the stream out. I thought tonight we would see what everybody's been doing since they have had an opportunity to spend all kinds of time together. I understand that uh doing the best we can. And I'll tell you, in a way, I've seen a lot of things about being home and being social distance. And in a way, social distancing is really difficult for a lot of people. And um, it's hard because you're used to being with friends and you're used to giving hugs and meeting up and doing all kinds of fun things. But it's also really helped, I think, it's in a kind of silver lining way, it's helped families really spend a lot of time together that they don't usually get. And I think in our society today, that's something that is really missing. And you see that a lot. I see it as an educator that you can see the kids that spend time with their parents, with their family, and have a really strong family bond. And then you see the kids that their parents, for whatever reason, they just don't see them that often, whether they work a night shift or you're always going from thing to thing to thing to thing. And so even if you're working, you're coming home, you relax just a little bit, you make dinner, you eat dinner, you get the kids bathed and homework done, and then it's bedtime, and you just don't end up spending a lot of time, really good quality family time together. So it's kind of a blessing, I guess, in disguise that families are having a chance to really spend some time together and do some things that we don't do. Of course, a lot of kids, and adults are spending a lot of time plugged into video games and phones and things. Rebecca's not too terribly thrilled with the fact that we have on Family Link is through Google, and it's free, and you can add just the members of your family. And then, especially for like the children, you can set time limits on their phone. So they can use those hours any way that they want, doing anything within the guidelines of Family Link, which are pretty broad, and you get to set them, define those parameters too. But they can use, Rebecca's got 4 hours a day, and we figured that that was a pretty good amount of time to be on her phone. And so it's not restricted to, I mean, I guess you could restrict it to, 30 minutes at a time or something, but we give her the responsibility and the freedom to decide how she wants to spend those 4 hours, and she can earn bonus time. And so she's got a little bit of bonus time today. And it's just, it gets it gets, and I guess you could set them for yourself too, but it keeps you from spending all day, every day, doing nothing but looking at the screen, because there is a big, beautiful world outside. And social distancing doesn't mean that you can't go outside. It just means that you can't gather in big groups or groups of 10 or more, or that you should kind of stay within your own area or your own place. Um, and just enjoy taking a walk, or sit outside with a glass of water or tea or lemonade or something. Some places are still very kind of cold. We were watching a lunch and learn from the Wild Place, who is officially not a sponsor of Mickey Sightings. Um, the Wild Place is in New York, in upstate New York, and they are an animal rehabilitation center. And they also, hey Bax, um, they also do wildlife education. And it's been really cool that they have been doing at lunchtime, they've been introducing a new animal. And learning, you can learn about it. They're usually about 15 minutes to 30 minutes at the most, and you can text in questions, and they've been really neat. There are a lot of things that are happening around the internet like that. Hey Bax, Sean is at a video meeting with the Florida Baptist Convention is doing a call to prayer for tonight, and he is leading that for the church. So you're stuck with me. Rebecca's chillaxing. She's like, no, I'm gonna video chat. She's been video chatting. Hey AJC Magic. Hey Amy. Sean is at a video conference, and so it's just me tonight. So we were just talking about what everybody is doing as they have been socially distancing themselves or even been at home. We are on spring break this week, and it has been a very quiet spring break. About the most exciting thing that has happened is today we took our dog to the vet. Oh, Ready Set Autism. Amanda said that they have been staying at home and in our backyard because, Malaya is very high risk. Absolutely. And there are a lot of fun things to do outside too, especially here in Florida and in most of the South. It's warm enough to go and turn the sprinkler on. Rebecca did that the other day. She went out and she bathed Daisy, and she then proceeded to play in the sprinkler for the next couple of hours, I think. And they just had a really great time, uh, you know, being outside and playing in the sprinklers, which she hadn't done in a while. Bible study for life. Hey, how are you? Welcome in. So I thought we would talk a little bit, do some little bit of news, a little bit of fun things, and then maybe hit some trivia a little bit. So in the world of Disney, we have some super exciting news. Did you see there have been 2 babies who have been born at Animal Kingdom? The first one was actually born last month. It's a little porcupine. And Perry, the mom, she was actually featured on One Day at Disney. And they were doing all of her checkups and things. So that was really cool. The little baby porcupine was born. They actually don't know if it's a boy or a girl because, as I learned from one of our lunch and learns from the Wild Place or the Wild Center that I was just talking about, porcupines, it's very difficult to tell whether they are boys or girls because there's no really outward signs. So they send off blood work and quills to a lab, and the lab does some tests and sends back their results. It was kind of funny because at the Wild Place, the porcupine that they have, they kept saying it was a girl, it was a she, and her name was something like Spiky, something like that. And the lab came back and said, "Oh, it's a girl." And they went, "Oh, good. We've been calling her a girl." And then the lab came back and said, "Well, maybe no. I think no. Actually, it's a boy." And they're like, "Okay, we'll just stick with a girl." So the baby porcupine is just a baby porcupine, but it's super cute. And guess what a baby porcupine is called? Does anybody know? Hey, engaged couple loves Disney. Welcome in. Oh, and Griswold family vacay. Nice to see y'all. Hi. Does anybody know what a baby porcupine is called? Because there was a baby porcupine born at Animal Kingdom last month on the 25th of February. Any guesses? Dum. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da dee da dee da 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 dum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. Didn't know we were playing Jeopardy, did you? A baby porcupine is called a porcupet. Isn't that cute? A little porcupet. And they are born and they do have quills, but they're very small and they're very small quills. So the moms will usually leave them at the base of a tree while they go up the tree in search of food. And the baby porcupine just kind of hangs out in a little ball at the bottom of the tree and tries to not be seen by anybody. So that was really cool for Animal Kingdom. And then today, or maybe yesterday, last night, a baby zebra was born. The baby zebra was born to a mom who actually doesn't have a name, but the mommy zebra is doing well. The baby weighed 65 pounds when it was born and was up and walking and frolicking around, and they reported that they were doing really, really well. So that was really cool. That's kind of some fun and happy news from Disney. So that was really cool. Oh, moms, you'll really appreciate this one. I was reading the article about the baby zebra being born, and the animal caretaker said that the baby was up and going and frolicking, and that over the next few weeks they'll imprint on their mom, and then as they're imprinting, they'll memorize the pattern of her hind legs so that they know her from all the other zebras in the herd. Yeah, being recognized from behind. That just sounds, yeah. I'm so glad our babies and children tend to look at our face instead of recognizing us from behind, although they can do that pretty well too. So that was fun. And in other Disney news, I don't know if you have seen it. It's been shared out on Facebook quite a bit. But the coolest thing that I have seen was from the Dapper Dans. The Dapper Dans got together remotely via Skype, and Disney put together a Dapper Dans song. And it's hashtag Voices from Home, and it's really cool because you get to see all the different, and it's from Disneyland, so they're the Disneyland Dapper Dans, and you get to see all of the different Dapper Dans that perform, because there are several different groups that perform, so that some can be off while others are on, and they have enough if somebody's sick that somebody subs in, and it's really fun to watch all the different Dapper Dans sing all together. And so that was really fun. And when Sean showed that to me, we listened to the whole thing, and towards the end, it was just like goosebumps. It was almost, you could close your eyes and almost picture yourself on Main Street listening to the Dapper Dans, and it was almost like being home. But that was really cool. So a couple other things on a kind of sad note. Disney's going to be closed until at least April 9th. The mayor of Orange County has issued a stay at home order, and so Disney has had to extend its closure into April. And right now they're saying it is April 9th. So hopefully it won't be too much longer after that. I'm on one of the a few of the Facebook groups for Disney, and of course, you see everybody is just really missing Disney. It's really interesting to see when you can't go, and you can't go, how many people are, how you miss it. You really, really miss even the idea, even knowing that they're open. I know that sometimes I'm checking on the wait times, even though I know I'm not going, and there's no way to go on that day. If I don't know, just need to feel like I'm a little bit of a part of the Disney magic, the Disney that's happening at the moment, checking wait times and thinking about, well, what what would I do next, or what rides, or how would I plan, or I mean, I don't do it extensively, but still, just check the wait times just see how busy the park is that day. And when you go to check wait times right now, it says it's all closed, and it's kind of a, I don't know, just mm, knowing that you couldn't even go, not even if you jumped in the car with magic bands on. But hopefully, hopefully soon we'll be back to it. Of course, this is all for the best right now because we definitely don't want to cause any kind of spread of what's going on. And I think that the social distancing aspect has really helped stem the tide. We're still kind of early on, I think, but I'm certainly no expert. So hopefully in the next few weeks, things will start to meander back towards normal, and we can get back to Disney and back to having some fun. Which it's there's some fun here too. Speaking of, did you know that Disney is doing some things that, like the Dapper Dance, they're doing some things to help us as we're at home. And one of the things is drawing with the Disney artists. At Disney, you can go to the Art of Animation, or you can also catch it at the Planet Watch, Rafiki's Planet Watch. You can go to an animation class with a Disney animator and Disney artist. And so they have done those as a better together, draw Mickey at home with a Disney artist. And the Disney artist who is drawing Mickey is Stephen Ketchum. He has been drawing Disney or drawing Mickey Mouse for quite a while. And um and so he goes step by step, and you can try your hand at drawing Mickey Mouse. Let's see. The engaged couple said, "So tell me about yourself. Are you married?" Yes, I am married. Sean is my husband. He is currently at the church leading our church with the Swanee Baptist or the Florida Baptist Convention in a night of prayer that they've called for the state of Florida and also for for the whole situation. And we have one daughter, and we love her very, very much. And we are a Disney family. We love Disney. Disney makes us happy. Hey, Jack Sandy Claus. Nice to see you. Just another Disney. Hey, Frankie. Yay. I feel like I'm just rambling all by myself. But y'all are here, so y'all can keep me straight. The engaged couple loves Disney said, I can't wait to see the castle repainted. Absolutely. We've seen some pictures and it looks fantastic. And give it another 6 months to a year, and it'll be faded down a little bit. It won't, and you'll kind of get used to it. I mean, you know how when you first paint a room or you first paint your house or you have a metal roof put on, at first you're like, whoa, what did we do? And then after a week or two, you're like, oh, I really like that. And then you get some decorations up and you're like, wow, this really looks great. We knew what we were doing. So I agree, Frankie. I think the castle is going to look really, really nice. I can't wait to see it in person. And I like the way the castle was, but the blue was definitely a more faded blue than than I don't know, than I think it probably could have been. And I think it was time for it to definitely have a good paint job for the blue. And um, you know, we'll see. Hey, it's done. So there's not much to undo, but I think it's going to look great. And it's really going to show up well in the photo pass and in the pictures and everything. So that's going to be really cool to see. And it's going to be neat to get I think there's going to be a renewed excitement. I mean, not that anybody wants Disney to close and be closed for this long, but I was on one of the Facebook chats the other night, and there were several cast members on, and they're missing the parks just as much as those of us who go to the parks do. And they're excited. They're waiting to get back. Of course, we know that the college program kids or young adults, sorry, have had their program shortened up. But when things get back and things get back to kind of normal, what do y'all think? Do y'all think they'll continue doing? I can't imagine them not doing the college program. I'm sure they will. But for the safety of everybody, including the college students, they had to end their session early, which was probably kind of sad for a lot of them because the kids who do that, they interview and um, they really look forward to doing this with Disney. And I know Rebecca has talked about that when she gets old enough, she really wants to go and do the college program and be a cast member, an official cast member. And that's a dream that a lot of kids and a lot of young adults have. So I agree, Frankie. I really think they're going to get another chance. Um, and in the recent years, that's been a lot of the workforce has been the college program. And so I think that there might be a kind of a renewed excitement from the cast members and from the guests. You know, um, Baxter said, I think everything will proceed. It just needs to make sure the company and everyone overall is as healthy as possible. And that's true. That is true. Disney is going to. I've seen some idea, some conjecture that several of the construction projects that were not started yet, but were kind of in the works, are going to be delayed or canceled outright. Hopefully not, but they have to. They are suffering along with everybody else. I mean, Disney's a huge, huge company, and being closed this long and knowing that they're going to be closed at least through April 9th, that's a lot. That's a lot. Um, sorry. I'm trying not to it's my thought. It's my thinking time. Oh, Jack Sandy Claus, you were a member at Disneyland and the Disney Store, a cast member. That is so awesome. I never was a cast member. I tried. I tried back in the 19, but and I made it to the interview process, but I sadly it wasn't a fit for me at the time, and it wasn't a fit for Disney either. So I didn't end up becoming a cast member, but I think I was maybe a little too dreamy eyed. I liked I had too much magic of Disney, and I think the interviewer almost was like, I don't really want to ruin it for her. Or not ruin it, but show the business side of things. And I wasn't going into business. I wasn't a business major, and I wasn't a hotel staff or hospitality major or anything like that. I just wanted to be a cast member just because I love Disney. So instead of a cast member, I'm a pass holder because I can do that. Hey, Monarch Moments, good to see you. Well, thank you. That's very sweet for saying. I think in a way it was crushing at the time, um, and in a way I think it was a good thing because I don't know that I would have been a Disney fan regardless, but I don't know. Seeing the business side of things is sometimes disenchanting. I don't think Disney necessarily is disenchanting at all, but sometimes the business side of things, you get a peek into the fact that you have to realize it's a company and the job that you're doing is a job. And sometimes you really want to go to work, and other times you really don't, but you have to anyway. And you got to put a smile on your face. So, um, it I think, I don't know. I know that God works things out for the best, and I think that in that particular instance, it was probably for the best. Oh, the engaged couple. I want to go, but it's too much money. It is a lot of money. Um, Depending on what you do and where you stay, it can be a lot of money. The one thing I would say is that there are some really great groups that have some really good tips and tricks on saving money for Disney. And just like any other vacation, it is, you put a little bit away at a time and you figure out how much money you can put away without really missing it in your budget. And if it's $10 or $15 a month, then it's $10 or $15 a month. And if it's more, and then there are some other things that I know. One of my couponing to Disney is one of the groups that I follow, and they do a savings plan, or they do a no spend, um, and they pick an area of your life that you would normally spend money in. Like I think February was maybe no eat outs, or no fast food February. Maybe that was it. I forget. I'm bad. And so you can do little things that, it's a sacrifice, but if you take the money that you know that you normally would spend on one thing that you don't really have to do. I mean, yes, you have to eat, but you don't have to eat out. This week, these couple of weeks have definitely proven that, and that's been something that's kind of been fun. We've enjoyed looking for new recipes and cooking at home, which we cook at home anyway. But um, just like everybody else, we get into a habit of Tuesday night pizza night, or Thursday night this night, or and we end up doing more eating out than we probably need to. So it's great to learn some different recipes and try some different things. Oh, speaking of Daisy, Daisy has just come in. Hey, Daisy Lou. The clanking you hear are the Mickey Christmas lights, the little necklace lights. We got them a couple of years ago to wear at Disney on at Christmas time, and that's the clank clank clanking as Daisy has come in to see what I'm doing in here. Oh, oh man, Frankie, there are tons of Disney Facebook groups, and the Disney Junkies is a great one, that that is usually pretty good and pretty fun. And then Couponing to Disney is a really good group, and they are exactly what they sound like. They are couponing for Disney, and there are some different things that you can do, and they tips and tricks on things that you can try to save money up and put money back in a fund for Disney. I've seen crafts where they've done a shadow box, and they slit a hole in the top, and then they put the vinyl on the front, and it's a Disney savings. And so the, like I was saying, the 15 or $20 that as a family of 3 or 4 you might have spent at some fast food place, then you take that 15 or $20 and you put it in the little savings bank, and when it gets all full, then you take it out and you take it to the bank or to one of the little coin master thingies. You throw all your extra change in there, and then you see how much you have and see if that's enough. And you just keep working at it. So let's see. What is, let me read some chat here. Oh, listening to two streams at once, you would think would be confusing. Jeff is in the background, ambiance, and Susie's like the important. Well, I'm glad that you think I'm the important message, but I don't mind being the ambiance in the background either. Let's see, Monarch Moments. What else? Susie, do you have tips for Jeff? Do you or Sean know how to start a fire in a fire pit? Jeff could use your help next time. Sure, starting a fire in a fire pit. Depends on how you want to do it. There is the really old fashioned way, and then there is the let's use a little tiny bit of accelerant, but not gasoline, because that will come back at you. And that is really, really bad. We had a member of our community, a young man in our community several years ago, who had third-degree burns on his body because of throwing gasoline on a fire. Not a good thing to do. But there are really good ways to build campfires and build fires. You don't just chunk the wood in there and throw a match and it's going to happen. So, yeah. Oh, ready, said Autism. You got to get Manda. You got to get the kids ready for bed. Come back. Yep. Come on back. We'll probably be here. No. Monarch Moments. Jeff, Zach. No, do not throw gas on a fire. Gasoline is not a good idea. They make a thing called lighter fluid. Lighter fluid is a little bit better. It's meant for starting fires, but even that you have to be careful of. You don't squirt the whole bottle, and you certainly don't squirt the bottle as the fire is burning, because it can come back up the stream at you too. So you have to, fire is one of those things that is a tool. And here's my teacher voice. A tool is a tool. You use it the way it's supposed to. You would not take a hammer and try to open a door. You use the tool for its intended purpose. You don't take a nail and try to hang, a mirror through the glass. You've got to use it the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so public service announcement over. You've got to use the tools the way the tools were intended to be used. And really, if you are smart about using your tools the right way, then tools are great. But it's when you use the tools the wrong way that people get hurt, you included. So anyway, goodness gracious. Oh, I've got my little notes. See, Hakuna Matata. You probably can't read that. That's actually from. See, isn't that cute? Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. So, I was trying to put notes together tonight, and I was thinking of fun things and things that you can do, and things that are maybe something that you didn't know that you could tune into either on YouTube or Facebook. We talked about drawing, the Disney drawing. You can also you can post it on Instagram with the hashtag Better Together, and you can tag the Disney Parks blog, and your drawing might even be featured. Woo! How fun is that? And there were lots of other characters. There was like Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, and there were probably 20 or 30 other how to draws from Disney artists. And I thought that was cool, because you don't ever have to show anybody, but everybody has that, gee, I wonder if I could do it. And so, hey, give it a try. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you like it, maybe you found a new hobby. Oh, and then the other thing, of course, you all know that I am a librarian. Oh, Home Improvement. Sorry. Squirrel. Okay, who knows what movie that's from? What character? Quick. We may not even get to trivia tonight. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn Wi-Fi off on my phone. I wonder if I'm lagging for y'all. I did not even think about it. Okay. Oh, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and the like, share the stream out. Let everybody the dog from Up. Yes. Yes, very good engaged couple. The dog from Up. Anybody know his name? Squirrel. His name starts with the letter D. It's the past tense of dig. It was Doug. Good job, Monarch Moments. Doug is so cute. I wish that they could make a collar that speaks and could really tell what dogs were thinking, because I think it would be really entertaining for those of us who have dogs. um, you probably know that I am a librarian. And so, one of the other boredom busters that you can do while you are at home, and it's Disney related, is to read. Several years ago, there was a great young adult series, we call it juvie fiction, juvenile fiction. So younger, and I read them as an adult and enjoyed them because they are great reads, quick reads. They're fun. The series was by Ridley Pearson, and it's the Kingdom Keeper series, and it was really cool. The first one is Disney After Dark, and it's at the Magic Kingdom, and there is a group of kids who are holographic hosts. It's a program, a new program that Disney is trying out in this fictional series, and they're holographic hosts. And so they are programmed into a holographic network at the Magic Kingdom. And the kids usually are holographic hosts during the day. Well, one night when the kids go to sleep, one of them, their holograph gets activated, but it like transports him to Magic Kingdom, right by the fire station, right to the flagpole. And there is an Imagineer there, and he's, kind of one of the older Imagineers, and he enlists the help of this particular boy and the whole group of, I think it was 5 or 6 holographic hosts, who, when they go to sleep, they actually transport. The Imagineers have secretly figured out how to transport them to the parks while their consciousness is in the parks, while their body is back in bed asleep. And hey, Robin, nice to see you. And they are the Imagineer is they're concerned that the villains are trying to take over the parks, and that there's a darkness taking over the parks. And so the kids their mission is to save the parks. And it starts with Disney After Dark, and that's at the Magic Kingdom. And then there are several other books in the series, and it's called Kingdom Keepers. And it goes through each of the parks. There's one on the Disney Cruise Line. And then it was such a wildly popular and amazing series that a year or so after the last book finished, they wrote 3 more books because there was such a demand for them. And I read the entire series, and it was amazing. It was an incredible series, really well written, really quick read, and I'm really thinking I might go back and read them again, because it was like being at the park, being at Disney, and it was a lot of fun. One that I haven't read but was recommended to me is a nonfiction book, which I'm more of a fiction reader, but I always give it a try. But anything to do with Walt Disney or Walt or Disney at all, I pretty much read. Is called The Wisdom of Walt. and it is by Jeffrey Barnes. And I have not read it, but I'm planning to look it up on Overdrive or at my public library. Your public library, if you have a library card, or if even if you don't, most of the public libraries are doing virtual library cards right now, and your public library has audiobooks and ebooks that you can check out even though you can't physically go to the library. So it's a great way to not have to pay, or if you want to pay, you can pay, but go to one of the pay for sites. And the libraries, you can check books out without even being there. All you need is your library card number. So that is really amazing. Our public libraries are such a valuable resource. I don't work at one now, but I've worked at one in the past, and the library is an incredibly valuable resource, and we need to use them. So, off my soapbox once again. So, on to page 2. Page 2. And either chat is really, really slow or my connection is really, really bad. Chat might be slow. Yep. And you're right, Monarch Moments. The public library is free. It is free, free, free. So go check out your public library. Go check it out. Go check it out on your library's website. Just look up your local library and sign up for a virtual library card. Or if you have a library card, dig it out and go find an audiobook or to listen to or an ebook to read. So that's a great use of screen time, by the way. So, I feel like I've just been talking and talking and talking and talking. I guess that's what this is, though. So, I thought that it would be fun tonight to talk about what you do while you're waiting in line. So, anybody in the chat, anybody have ideas? Disney lines, we try to minimize them as much as we can. We try and fast pass. And if y'all are interested, I thought once Fast Pass Plus is back up, at least for Disney World, once Fast Pass Plus is back up, I was thinking I would do a stream on how to maximize the use of Fast Pass Plus so that you can get the most Fast Passes for the best attractions. I'm certainly not the expert of experts, but I have to say I've gotten fairly adept at Fast Pass Plus, at least until Genie comes out, if it ever comes out, which I like Fast Pass Plus because I know how to use it. I know how to work it. So I'll teach y'all how to work the system. Well, not work the system. That's work Fast Pass Plus to your advantage. Let's put it that way. Robin, you're a nut. Well, one of the things that we like to do, and this is from way when I was a kid, what we would do is we would play the ABC game. And I'm sure y'all know the ABC game, but we would do Disney ABCs. So we would pick something at Disney, whether it was a movie or characters, a ride, something to do with Disney, and do ABCs. The fun part of this is as you're doing it, the people around you start kind of listening in because they're bored. They're standing in line. I mean, what else is there to do? So if you're picking characters, you say, my letter is A and my character is Aladdin. And then the next person has B and they have to think of a character with B, and they're like, Baloo. And then C, Cheshire Cat, D, and you keep going through the alphabet. Well, you pretty soon, it never fails that the people around you are listening, and you can see them starting to think, Okay. And we've actually had several times where we have just joined in. We've had people join in. Somebody will quietly say, um, if you're kind of struggling with a letter and you're thinking D, what is a good D, and you hear them quietly go, and you're like, oh, that's a great one, Dumbo. Well, of course. Why didn't I think of that? And then you just start adding. We've had several people join in with us, and it's just so much fun because you meet some really neat people. And I mean, sometimes um, sometimes you're just playing it by yourselves, but that's okay because really that was what you were starting for. And by the time that you get to Z, you've moved a pretty good ways up the line, and you've been occupied with something else, and you can make it really, really hard. Um, one of the changes that we made as we kind of got older, myself and my sisters, was that you had to go around however many people you had, and you had to go around and you had to name until somebody couldn't name any other character with that letter. So it wasn't just A, Aladdin, B, Baloo. It was A, and it was Aladdin, Alice, and you just kept going until you couldn't name any more from that letter, and then you moved on to the next letter, and that can get pretty challenging. um, Disney rides can be kind of challenging to find some of the letters because we, we something with an X. Now we did expand the Disney rides category to include any rides that were previously or past rides that were no longer at Disney World but have been replaced. So and Monarch Moments, you are absolutely right, Garrett. The Play app, the Play Disney app is cool. And if you're in an area where we do play Disney, then you play along with other people who are on the Play Disney app. And you may not even know who they are. You pretty much don't. But that's kind of cool to do. There's a charades game that it's called Heads Up, and Heads Up is a lot of fun to do. It's on your phone and you download the app, and there is a category that's Disney, and you hold your phone up on your forehead, and the people that are playing with you, they have to um, they have to try to give you hints without giving it away. And you're timed. You have a certain amount of time to see how many of the characters you can get through. So that's pretty cool. Oh, Robin, what character starts with Z? Anybody know? Dun, 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 dun. As character with Z. He had a hard time with Q until Quasimodo came along. Quasimodo helped us with that, definitely. But with Z, there's a character. I believe she's in The Emperor's New Groove. Rebecca always comes up with this one. Oh, no, that's not Zafar. That's Jafar. That's a J. Monarch Moments, you're funny. There is Zootopia. Oh, and Robin, you're right. Q would be Queen of Hearts. Monarch Moments, Zootopia would definitely be a would be a one of the, if you were playing the movies, then, and you can do all Disney and kind of make it easy, or you can narrow down that category really, really, really narrow, and do just the characters. Let me see if Rebecca remembers. Rebecca,
Yes, ma'am.
What's the character in Emperor's New Groove that starts with Z? What's the lady's name? The mean one.
Wait.
Is it Z?
Wait.
I can't think. I don't remember.
Yzma. E.
Oh, that's an
Yzma.
E? Esma? Oh.
Yzma.
Yzma. Oh, then it wasn't a Z.
Yzma.
Yep. We were thinking of a character with a Z.
Zorro.
Oh, Zorro. Zorro is a Z, and Zorro was actually Disney. So you can go way, way back. Yeah, Google, but you're not allowed to Google, not in these games. Another fun game, Zurg. Yep,
Yeah,
Emperor Zurg.
Well, technically that's an E.
Well, but you could go with Z for Zurg. Another fun game to play is Count the Mickey Ears. Everybody has Mickey ears on, so you can count the Mickey ears and see how many different Mickey ears you can spot, and you can look for ones with sequins or just for ones with the whole hat instead of the headband. And
you can
hard
you can that in Miss Jenna's collection.
You can count. Yep, you can count the Mickey ears. You can also do now. This is for those of you who are social butterflies and don't mind talking to strangers. You can play the license plate game, but with the people around you, where you're trying to find people from as many different states or countries as you can. And you can do, oh, hey, Becca, lean in, say hi.
Hi.
So you can talk to the people around you, or kind of listen to the people around you, and see if they kind of mention where they're from, or strike up the conversation and see where they're from, and keep a checklist on. They have apps and things on your phone for the license plate game, and you just kind of see how many different places that you hear people or you talk to people from that are at Disney that day, or the time that while you're there, and you'd be really surprised. My older sister plays the license plate game a lot. She just does it just for fun, and that she does it, but she has parameters that's like no license plate counts from where Highway 60 and I-4 cross all the way up to the Wildwood. So none of those license plates counts. It's funny. But she still plays the license plate game just to kind of be occupied and see how many people come through. And it's amazing how many people come through from different places. So you can play the states game, which is also the license plate game. Of course, you can go way retro and way easy and do rock, paper, scissors. That lasts all of about 5 minutes, but rock, paper, scissors, dynamite. Oh, what was it? Rock, paper, scissors, something Spock. But you can do rock, paper, scissors. You can do I Spy. Of course, those are some oldies. Now you can do one that's kind of fun. It's I'm going to Disney, and I'm taking and then you can either do category or you can do alphabet. So I'm going to Disney and I'm taking an apple, and then the next person, I'm going to Disney, I'm taking an apple and a bear. I'm going to Disney, I'm taking an apple, a bear, and a chair. I'm going to Disney, I'm taking an apple, a bear, a chair, and a dog. And you keep going until somebody can't remember what it was that they were taking. So that one's fun. You can do what we call rate your day. Rate your day is a high and a low for the day. Or you give your day a rating and a why. So my day has been a 4. The best thing that happened today was I got to ride Space Mountain 2 times in a row. The thing that I wish I could change for today was that the park closes at 9, so we don't have as much time to be here. So you can do rate your day, and that's kind of fun, and you can do it different times during the day so that it's not all at the beginning or at the end, that kind of thing. You can do name that song or sing that lyric. And for those of you who love Disney music, then you can do sing that lyric. And that's a lot of fun because it's funny to hear what, especially kids, what they think the lyrics are and how they make the lyrics make sense, but it doesn't really say that in the real lyrics. Garrett, Garrett, we wouldn't be able to leave you out of our sight, much less expect you to remember everything. But it's fun. It's fun. And then you can also do only wrong answers. You can do, what was the name of the character who sang Kiss the Girl in Little Mermaid? And everybody in the group has to give only a wrong answer. So it's only wrong answers. Those are fun. Oh, Robin, Mickey Sightings needs a Name That Tune game with Sean on the piano. Absolutely. Terrence. Terrence, yes, Terrence, the magnificent singer who wanted Ariel and Prince Eric to kiss. Or Doug. It was Doug who said that. And then one of the other fun things that you can do is you can do video interviews. So parents, if you've got kids along, or if you've got somebody along that you want to do that you kind of capture that moment and the in-between moments, not the obvious, what was your favorite, what was not your favorite, what was your favorite food, that kind of thing, but really, think about, what has been your favorite thing, or what has been something that you've really enjoyed? What was the nicest thing that you did for somebody today? What was something that you didn't expect, but it happened? What was the neatest thing you saw in one of the stores? What pin did you really like as you've seen the cast members with their pin lanyards? So doing a video interview, and do it kind of different times of the day. Hey, Tangled in the Magic. Nice to see you. Glad you joined us. We were just talking about what we do while we're waiting in line, because we're imagining ourselves at Disney waiting in those lines that we all love so much. So you can do a video interview and just little snippets. It doesn't have to be anything long, but it's fun once you're back home to, hey, Dun Philly crew. It's fun once you're back home to look to piece those together into kind of a video montage of your whole trip. And that's really fun to then go back and see, because when you're at Disney, you're in the moment and you're experiencing everything, and everything is just amazing or cool, or you're tired, or you're hot, or you're not, or you're swimming, or you're doing all the different things. And by the time that you've been there for a few days, they start kind of running together. And so to be able to have those little snippets of videos and get back home and put those all together, and it's almost like a vacation in review. And to put those together with some of the pictures that you've taken and the other things that you've done and the people that you've met. Of course, you have to be very, very careful with giving your personal information out to strangers. But we have met some different people, and especially in our YouTube community, we've met different people, and and it's been great. And we correspond with them. We drop a postcard to a few people every time we're at Disney, and it's lots of fun. Of course, the last few times we've meant to drop postcards and they've ended up in the glove compartment, so we didn't go back on the tram. So it's just really cool. It's really neat. Tangled in the Magic. Yep, we have made some really great. Um, we've made some really great friends through pin trading. We got started pin trading with a really super special, incredible cast member. His name is Brad, and uh, we are still friends with him. Social media wise, we're still friends with him today, and we drop him a line every so often, and we've met up with him off hours and have kind of cruised Disney a little bit, and that was really cool. And so pin trading is a fantastic way to experience the parks and experience Disney in a different way once you're kind of over the running from ride to ride to ride to ride. You actually start relaxing, and you ride the rides definitely, but you kind of relax back and you start seeing Disney for the magic that it is. And the magic is really in the people and in the interpersonal communications, the what you witness and you may not even be a part of. But pin trading is definitely a way to open up a conversation or to collect things that you really like. We started out with a baggie and now we have a tackle box. And it's not a little tackle box, it's a big, giant, huge. I don't think Sean has it. Oh, yes. You want to see our pin trading tackle box? Oh my goodness, I can barely lift this thing. This is our pin trading tackle box. We're a little addicted. Each one has a compartment in the front that comes out, and then there are compartments on the side. There's a compartment on the top, and that's not even all the pins. We have several lanyards of pins too. Yes, thousands and thousands. Yes, I know. And then it's like, you kind of get the 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 ones that you trade and the ones that you like and the ones that they come out with all the time, the ones that you didn't even know were out but they're your favorite. I collect Minnie, and I had gotten so many Minnie Mouse pins of all kinds that I just had to go, stop. I have to pick my favorites. And you know what I love doing? One of the things that I love doing with pin trading is when somebody is obviously pretty new at pin trading, is giving them a pin, letting them get started with a pin or two. You would think that you had given them gold, and it's a pin, or it's two or three pins. And that's really cool because I've done that with kids and adults. And they're like, "Well, what do you want?" And I'm like, "No, no, no, just Disney magic." And they almost like don't know what to say. And they say, "Well, thank you." And I say, "Now go find a pin that you want to trade and go find one that you like." And they're just some really that's it's just really fun. It's neat. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like part of the magic. So that's really cool. Oh, Robin, one of the trips that we were on with Robin, there was a little boy. He wanted one of the pins that Robin had. He was going to go buy a pin to trade with Robin. So, and then she gave him the pin that he wanted, and he was over the moon, just amazed, and it was really cool. Oh, hey Jeff, good to have you in chat tonight. We're kind of wrapping up. We did a little bit of news, a little views, and not much, not any really much. I think one question of trivia, but hey, that's how it goes. We're flexible. We kind of do. We kind of do. We did talk about things like what to do when you're waiting in line, because we always wait in line. So, so if you miss those, go back, jot some notes down on your phone, so the next time you're standing in line in the 1,000-degree heat with everybody and their brother around you, you think, my feet hurt. I'm tired. How much longer? You go, oh, yeah, yeah. There was that waiting in line thing. I put in my notes on my phone. Let's go do one of those. And hopefully it'll help pass the time. And if you're not waiting in line, then use it as a family game night. Hey, why not? So I think we're going to kind of wrap up. It's 8:15. I'm not sure who else is on tonight. I'm glad y'all joined me. Thank you. Jeff, I'm not sure if we're going live tomorrow night. Usually we do Mondays and Thursdays. This week, Monday didn't work, so we ended up on Tuesday and Thursday. And who knows? We might just jump on. I'm not sure what tomorrow night holds, but I'm sure whatever it is, it will be magical. So, everybody, I appreciate y'all being with me. I appreciate your kindness and your chat, and we just have a great YouTube community. Robin, good night. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you soon. Garrett, y'all take care out there in California, and y'all be good. Jeff, I think you're right. I think last Friday night we did go live. I think it was just let's go live. So who knows what we're gonna do? I certainly don't. Griswold Family Vacay, thanks for joining. Tangled in the Magic, thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. And I hope to see all of y'all at the park sometime soon, no matter whether you live near or far. I hope you had a great night. Thank you, Griswold Family Vacay. We'll see you real soon. And don't forget this one thing. It was all started by a mouse. Good night. See you real soon.